no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. He ain't gonna last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Everybody say that with me.
God's got a blessing.
God's got a blessing. If you really believe it, God's got a blessing.
God's got a blessing.
Come on. God's got a blessing.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Sir Makadu here with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Praise God. Well, folks, we have an awesome broadcast. Over the next 5 days, we're going to do the 5 principles to international marketing, but we're going hard on it. So just get your mind right. Get your mind right, because we're going all the way there this morning. Get some pen and paper. I'm going to take you places where most people's brains don't go. 5 principles of international marketing. The people that know me know this. I've learned this system when I was 10 years old. By the time I was 11, I mastered it. By the time I was 13, it was off the charts. I mean, the average person could not even identify with what I was saying. But now that I'm older, wiser, know better, now I'm going to show you and your friends, family, and everybody what the big boys are thinking about. The Walmarts, the McDonald's, the superstores all over the planet, how they conduct business. And this system is going to help your profits soar, but you gotta practice. That's the key to this whole system. Okay. Now, day 1, I'm dealing with the first one, and so on. By the time we get down to number 5, our organization is going to be on a whole nother dimension. Forget the levels. We're going over. It's like walking up steps. But what I'm going to teach you now is like running up the steps and skipping steps. We're going to dimensions. We're going 2-3 steps at a time above what we already know. And let's get cracking. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, get your pen, get your paper, and treat this serious. I don't care when you see this broadcast. This is going to set it off. Okay? We're going to the top, and I'll see you when you get here. Okay? Here we go. There's 5 international principles to international marketing. Please share this with as many people as you can. Verbally, get your friends to follow over the next couple of days. It's going to be off the charts. Now, first thing. What's the first thing you're going to need when you're moving your product or your service around the globe? When I ask people that question, I mean, the answers are phenomenal. I mean, they go from left to right, from east to west, north to south. I mean, which is understandable. When you don't have the nuts and bolts of how to make money and why people, how these other companies are doing so well and you're not, or we're not, right? I mean, the month of June going into July is going to be off the Richter scale for all of us. Ready? Here we go. What is the number one thing that McDonald's, Burger King, well, Walmart's, all the big chains, stores, when they have all these multiples of stores, what do they think about? The one thing is going to get you into these other markets. And we're talking about your market, international market. We're talking about right here in your community. There are so many different groups. You could be from any country and you got all, it seems like you've been invaded by outside forces. And if you do it well, they'll be buying from you and they don't even know what's going on. You know they like to run everything, but whoever it is likes to do that. They love control of what's really going on. But let me get to the point. What's the one thing you'll need if you move your product or service around the globe? A brand. You gotta have it. It's like me saying to you, which one of these products do you want? The one on the left or the one on the right? 100% of the people I have ever asked that question to, and I challenge you to keep one bottle labeled and keep one bottle labeled and say, which one would you buy? That's right, the one with the brand. The one with the brand. And that is so important when you're dealing in an international market where your local market has got all these different nationalities in it. Jamaican, Chinese, Koreans, the Indians, the Pakistanians. I mean, they're all, it's just, the market is made up of so many, it's just like the world. It's made up of so many different nationalities that it doesn't really matter, okay? Not as long as you're using principles. And a lot of times when you're dealing with other people, they'll know that you know what's really going on, okay? So, let's get to, there's going to be some questions within the first one. So the number one thing is brand, right? You need your brand, right? Okay. The question within that question and answer, now I'm going to take it to another level. Ready? You got a brand, but what is the world's number one brand? And again, of course, our people, whatever nationality, the ones that don't know, don't know. The number one brand on the planet, ladies and gentlemen, is yourself. There is nothing going to move. Your brand will never move without you. You are the brand. I like to say, you're the man or the woman behind the brand, right? See, okay, let's get there. Who's the brand for Heavenly Body Product and Chronic Killer? Me. There's no such thing as a Heavenly Body Products or ChronicKiller.com without me. Who's the brand for McDonald's? Ray Kroc. Now Ray Kroc, when he started that little hamburger joint over there, I think he was on the West Coast, California. And I can only imagine him trying to now get other people to buy into the hamburger place. The McDonald's didn't talk people into believing in him. Ray Kroc demonstrated to people that they can trust him and believe in him. Who's the brand for Walmart? Sam Walton. He's the brand. Who's the brand for the man behind the brand for Microsoft? Bill Gates. There's no such thing as a Microsoft without Bill Gates. He's the brand. You ever go to buy something from someone and the way they looked, or the way they presented it themselves, you didn't buy from them? Even though they might have had something in their hand that you may would have, if the picture was right and the brand, see, that's the brand. This is the product at that point. Because you want to buy from somebody that's going to represent the product as well. And they are really the brand, really behind the brand, right? So let's keep that straight, all right? Keep it straight. Next one, we're going to the gusto now. We're going for the juggler vein. The number one brand on the planet is yourself. What's the world's number one recognized brand? Now, again, some of that could be up for debate, but if you look at most humans that never been off an island, they never seen any gas on the island, they never had running water, they never had electricity, they never seen a video, they never been on a line, they never seen a computer, okay? And they just, all they know is what they know. But what's the one recognized brand that they probably know in remote islands and things of that nature? And the word is Jesus. Now, I would say that the Bible is a close second. You could say, ask a child, what's the book you read when you go to church? They're going to say the Bible. So that's a recognized brand that's out of this world, right? So now we step over to the next brand, and what's the world's number one product brand now? People that gave me answers from Nike, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Walmart, and all of those answers were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. And I go right into something. I said, well, what do you, if you were looking for a question, you wanted to know when's what's the rest of the schedule for the NBA Finals? Where would you find that if you didn't know the answer? Most people said right away, they said computer. I said, but you're on a computer, they ain't gonna make you find the answer that you're looking for. What are you putting in the computer? Oh, I'll Google it. That's one of the world's number one recognized brand, right? Then I said something along the lines, if people were going to communicate with each other around the globe, and it really was going to cost them anything to do it, I said, what is it, how would they be able to communicate with one another? Well, I said, what are more people on almost every day? Facebook, another recognized brand. I said, how many times I said, you have Facebook? They said, yeah, I get. How many times, if you're on a string conversation, how many times did you get on Facebook? Oh, quite a few times. How many times you use Google? Not that much. Once in a while. But then, the essence of the brand, of talking about those brands, it brings me to the next question, right? Think about it now. Come on. Think about this. What's the number one website on the planet? What's the number one website? And I ask people all the time. I just curious, and I'm not only curious, but my mind tells me the more educated our people, whoever I'm dealing with, more educated they are, the more my income's gonna go up. Because I believe that once you understand brand and what your brand is worth, what's your net worth of your brand, then you begin to start realizing to protect that brand, right? So think about it. What's the number one brand on the planet? Not brand on the planet, but the website. Google. Google's number one website. And more people hit that website than anybody. Now, let me tell you something. And this may be, now you can see a little bit more in the bird's eye. Look at the product brand again, right? I'm going to tell you one of the number one top product brand, really. Now, see, because when you look at Google, that's more of a service, right? But it's a brand. Same thing with Facebook, service. But what's the number one brand? Product brand, I believe, is Apple. Apple is just spanking them all over the place. But I believe, do a little research, and that's something that maybe you can let me know before we go off the air today. Okay, now, what's the number two website that people key in every day and that makes you number, because that makes you number 1, 2, or 3, is what you key in and hit that .com on the back. What is it? Number 2, Facebook. Facebook's the number 2 most popular site on the planet. It's awesome. Number 3, what is it? Somebody must be searching right now. Number 3, YouTube. That's why I keep telling my folks, please start to shoot your small video. The first video should be some introducing yourself to the world. Hi, I'm Sir Markadoo, and I want to introduce you to my company and my brand. It's Heavenly Body Products. You might also know me as ChronicKiller.com. I just want to invite you over to my warehouse at 2571 Park Central Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia. I'm pitching it. I got to pitch it on a video. Do a quick video to introduce you. Hi, I'm Keith Gatlin. I'm down here in New Orleans. Come on down. Come visit me at this address. If you want to reach me at this number. Go on my website. And once you get there, now you can email that brand around your people and ask them to please share that with their database. This is powerful, powerful business tactics. It's awesome to be able to put yourself in a position, put your brand in a position, and know that you're pushing your brand. And the more people recognize what you call brand recognition, it's over, folks. It's over. It just gets to a point where, the mass starts to begin to see it, and they begin to react to your brand. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right? What's number 4? What's the 4th site? This one surprised me. It's Yahoo. Yahoo.com is the fourth clicked on .com on the planet. And a lot of these companies have derivative companies, not derivative companies, but in other countries, these .coms are just important, like the top 20 websites. You know, is Google Europe, there's Google China. Can you imagine all the people that need to find something out in China, all the millions, I think you got 1 billion people or something like that. So it's very important that you understand your brand. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go online here real quick. Watch this. This is the word that you're going to want to put into your repertoire, folks. Ready? I'm going to give it to you right now. All right, here we go. What happens when your brand is put into different communities, then you start stretching out and stretching out. After a while, what happens, because you start here in the community, and then you build out, and it gets bigger, and it gets wider. It's like a tornado, right? And then you hit what we call, when your income matches up with what you're doing with your marketing, is called critical mass. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the critical mass so that when you out making money begin, then the first thing you do when you're going after the market, and you want to get part of the market for yourself, you chase the market. That's what it is. It's chasing the market, chasing that market, chasing that money, right? And then when you hit critical mass, money begins to chase you. And that's what a brand does, ladies and gentlemen. But I gotta take you to the top of what really your brand represents. Your brand represents you when you are dead and gone. Your brand will outlive you. That's why it's important to place yourself in a position who's going to take over your brand when you're gone. Or you move on. You may not even die. You may want to move on and do bigger and better things. God has a calling on your life that you want to be a speaker to the masses, not just the classes. And it just begins to overwhelm, and you got to leave that brand in great hands. I'm going to open up the lines real quick. If you've got anybody want to give me a quick shout, let's do it. 404-578, nope, 404-286-6700. It's 404-286-6700. So, we dealt with the brand. That's the number one thing that you're going to need to move your product and service around the globe is the brand. And now that you know this, now let's say this is the brand, right? We got our brand here, right? We got our brand, right? Here we go. But this is, folks, is my brand in my hand, right? So it behooves you to, when you are marketing, right? You using your brand, you start getting into, we're talking about marketing tomorrow, but when you get your brand in your hand, when you walk in an establishment where you know you want to be able to pitch this product, see, I'm going to 3 Family Dollars today, and guess what's going to be in my hand? It's going to be the Chronic Killer. The Chronic Killer is going to be in my hand, and it's going to be what we consider, in a word that I like to use, it's a wrap. That's a wrap. When I walk in there, because on the back of all their receipts in them 3 stores, on the back of their receipts, it has my product on there. It has Chronic Killer on there. It has the water and the workout. And I walked in a couple of the Family Dollars the other day, And I said, looked at, they pulled out my receipt. I bought something. I said, see that? I said, that's me on the back of the receipt. Oh, that's you? That's you? Oh, I was glad to meet you. I said, may I have the owner of the manager. And they gladly gave me that manager's name. And see, once you begin to carry your brand in your hand, it brings a whole nother level to the mindset of people that, I'm telling you, most people now, don't get this twisted, most people understand brands. They just do. That's their brand. They're branded. It reminds me of livestock with farmers. And they brand them. That's how you know it's them, right? And most people I know are branded by Heavenly Body Product because they'll go to a store to buy roll-ons. I have customers, I promise you, I have customers that, plenty of them that told me, if it don't have my brand on it, they don't mess with it. And that's what branding does to you. It gives you a sense of power. And you got to, if you don't have your brand, call Trudy. If you know you want to have, I'm telling you, private branding for other companies is the way to go. It's going to open your market to the power, okay? Call Trudy, and she's going to take care of Trudy Prather. She's going to take care of anybody. I'm getting ready to go up to a car dealership today and bring them their brand. It's awesome, ladies and gentlemen. It's awesome. Call Trudy at 678-651-7626. Again, 678-651-7626. After Trudy and say, Trudy, I need to work on my brand. And I got another brand to work on for my church, for the youth in my church. Car dealerships, car washes. Oh man, I can't wait. Tomorrow I start on the beauty salons. I'm going into the beauty salons, all in this cluster right here. I'm showing them how to brand themselves. I'm giving away the spray pens, right? Spray pens. I'm giving them away. Boom. Yes. Right? And I'm always going to say your logo, your company name, your phone number, everything is here. To reach for information or contact information, call Heavenly Body Products and the phone number. Teaching branding is the best thing that you could ever do. This is what business and life, the life of business is all about. Being able to understand brand, and they understand it from country to country, continent to continent, city to city, town to town, street to street, store to store. This is what moves business, and that's what's going to help move America. America it deserves the best. And when we dealing with this branding and marketing, America is a brand. But what have we done to help America? We gotta help the gross national product. Put your time and energy into your brand so that your children can understand, so that your community understand, so that people you market to will understand that you are a force to be reckoned with. And then once you get past a force to be reckoned with, then you get up to a force that can't be reckoned with. You'll spread it across that town, across that state, and across the United States. Before you know, you're international. So I want to thank you for tuning in today, that God has a blessing with your name on it. Name it and claim it. God bless you. Have a great day. And don't forget, tomorrow we're having part two to the 5 principles to international marketing. Teach it to your children while they're young. God bless you and your family. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Yes, yes, yes.
Come on, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing.